I never particularly enjoyed running, but ironically, if you put a ball in my hand, you'll see that I run so smooth that I glide across the court. Basketball played a major role in my life during high school. I remember the rush it used to give me. There was so much exhaustion, but a lot more thrill from the sport. To be sincerely honest, I was never really good at basketball. I started playing freshman year while most of my friends have played since they can walk. I played basketball on different teams sophomore and junior year because I moved. Yet both years my teams were on a losing streak. Imagine not winning games for 2 years. Nothing short of brutal. You see, athletes usually enjoy sports that they're really good at. But in my case, I was just there to have a good time and to get exercise and to learn something new. Growing up, I had no interest in playing sports or being athletic. I grew up in a broken home, and my mom took my siblings and I to Grand Junction. And my brother was the only male in the house at the time and had a hard time making friends at school because we were in a small private school. During lunch, all the boys would go and play sports like football, basketball, but they would never pass the ball to my brother. So one day, I decided to play with him and give him a little chance to show off. He earned some respect after that, which he deserved, and then I found my new passion. As winter approached, my friend and I fought to start a girls' basketball team at our school, which hadn't had one in over 10 years at the time. After nagging our principal for a long time, we finally started a team. My brother and I became closer than we had ever been, and I got to meet some new friends. Even though sophomore year was rough on the team, I had the privilege to earn the Most Valuable Player award and have my name placed on a plaque on the wall above the school. By attempting to develop a closer relationship with my brother, I found that I really enjoyed playing sports. I decided to keep playing basketball when I moved back to Steamboat from Grand Junction. In the summer, I went to the basketball open gyms at the high school to meet the coaches and the players. They instantly welcomed me with open arms and allowed me to join their practice. After seeing how these girls were playing, I realized I was not very good. They were tough and fast and probably could smell the fear on me. The coaches reassured me that they would help me work up to the level that I was supposed to be. Unfortunately, I quickly found out that meant lots of running to get into shape, particularly suicides. If you don't know what suicide drills are, they're pretty much as deadly as they sound. Over the next 2 years, I worked up from C team to JV all the way to varsity. The most important part is that my coaches and team became my new family. They gave me a reason to show up to practice and work harder. The coaches kept me focused on my grades in school and my goals beyond the court. Senior year was a very difficult year for me because I had a lot going on, but I always felt the support of my team and my coaches. At the end of the day, it didn't matter what was on the scoreboard. We were a family. Basketball taught me how to develop a stronger relationship with my family, my new family, and myself. I learned so much about myself once I started playing basketball. While learning to handle the ball, I also was learning how to handle my strengths and weaknesses. My coaches installed fundamentals of good character within me and taught me how to work hard. Basketball also introduced me to my love of 2 years. He has been my biggest supporter as well. I cannot predict the opportunities basketball would have presented for me when I started. Like my coaches told me, in the future you won't remember the scores or the mistakes you made, but rather the entirety of the experience and the people. I learned that I didn't need to be the best player to enjoy the sports or even have the most fans. I have the best fans and supporters that I can rely on until this day. Basketball wasn't about what I can get or how good I can be, but what I could do for my teammates. I believe that God allowed me to not be great in order to keep me humble and remind me that my own strengths are limiting. Thank you.